Hello. Hi, Facebook Live. Hello, my friends and family and more friends and Facebook friends and all y'all that have been checking in and keeping me company these Thursday nights at 6 p.m. since, August or September? I don't know, but it's been quite a few months and this is awesome. Kelly's watching. It's on, Kelly. Yay. I had technical difficulties. So this is what it's like when you're not a, celebrity and have a camera crew and lighting and people to help you to set up and make sure that everything works. I've got a cell phone. It sits on a little stand. I'm in my house. I turn on the lights and I do the best that I can to be of service. So this is a public service. And if you're just tuning in, I'm Gina Tabrizy. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. And some of you might not know, but I am Cuban. My parents were born in Cuba. They are immigrants. And technically, I'm a third generation American. I was born here. My grandfather was also born here in the United States in Key West, Florida. And so we are very proud American immigrants. Hi, Lynn. How are you? And as you're tuning in, please say hello. I'd love to say hi back to you guys. Tell me where you're from. And some of you are awesome. You've been so supportive. You're sending beautiful messages to me. And I want you to know, sometimes there's some interesting people on here. And the comments come in so quick. I really don't see all of them. And somehow I have been spared. Someone is looking out for me because some of the ruder comments or mean or critical or, kind of edgy, a little disrespectful, I'm not even seeing them. And you think I'm doing that intentionally. I'm not. So someone greater than me has got my back. So I just scroll up and I try to see the comments. They come in quick and I try to comment to things that seem very serious or very interesting that, a person really, really needs help. And so just know that if you send in a comment, and I'm going to do it right now, like this, I kind of scroll up with my finger and I do my best to keep up with you all. So yeah, as I said, I'm born of Cuban immigrant parents. So I am Hispanic or Latina. And we are very passionate people and we're very animated. That has a lot to do with the personality that you see coming across on these lives every week. And some people keep asking me if, are you sober? Are you this? Are you that? I'm hyper. If anything, I'm ADHD. My recovery is in codependency. My recovery is from cancer and my recovery is from depression. And I have been practicing the principles in recovery. Hey, Mitchell, for 28 years. And I come from very humble beginnings, and I still believe that I keep myself pretty humble. I started this because people asked me to. So a lot of people reached out to me. My clients and my colleagues just kept saying, hey, you have something to say. Hey, Jamie, and you have a way to talk to people and reach them. I come across and I am real. Somebody said that last week. You seem so real. You got emotional talking about your dad. And truly, I'm a human being first. Hi, Sandy. Thank you, honey. Thank you for that. I'm a human being first, and I'm a therapist third or fourth or fifth in all the things that I am. I'm a daughter, I'm a sister, I'm a mom, I'm a friend, I'm so many other things. But this became something that was calling and pulling on my heart. I love all the love. I give it right back to you. Lucan Briggs, hey, from the UK, hey, I love England. I've visited a few times. I would love to go back. My heart hurts for the many times you guys have been terrorized in this last year. I know we have too, but it just hurts my heart that's going on there. It's a beautiful country. It's fabulous. And I had a lot of fun there. Dwayne, hello, my wife is in recovery. Hey, I'm the codependent. So Dwayne, you and I got the same thing, grew up with alcoholic, and in the family, I married one who was sober but wasn't working a program. That was the first marriage, not the current marriage. Manolo, hi Manolo from the Philippines. And Lucan, thank you. thank you for sharing, and thank you for being here with me. And Belva from Jonestown, Ohio. So how is it back east right now, you guys? Is it really cold? My adopted daughter just moved out to New York. She's probably sleeping right now. I sent her a text. She said, oh, I miss you today. I miss Mama today. And I said, I'm going to go live in 2 minutes if you're awake. So I love New York City. I was born there. It's so fun and vibrant. And gosh, they just had another attack too. I mean, isn't this crazy? The times that we're living in is so insane. Hi, Kimberly and Belva. We're living in the most crazy times, you guys. And here I'm doing this just to like reach people. We need a change. Hey, Jamie. It is cold, huh, in Missouri and Maine. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cold. And someone came to visit from Delaware, and he's like, a dear friend of mine is moving there to take a position in a very well-known treatment center. And he's like, why are you going to Maine? You live here. And she's like, I got 16 grandchildren calling to me back home. So she's willing to brave the cold. But I told him, I said, you know, the heat has its disadvantages too. You get over it. And it's hard to get in the Christmas spirit, and you're listening to Baby, It's Cold Outside, and you're like, okay, it's 100 degrees in here. So anyways, hi, Carl. I'm so happy to be with you guys. I kind of mentioned in the beginning about my Latin roots because we tend to be late. Being on time is 2 hours late, you guys. And that's a character defect of mine. I still have at 54 and 30 years as a clinician. Like, I always run late, and I've gotten better. Hi, hello from York, Pennsylvania. Hi, Michael. It's so good to see you. It was good to see you today, too. I run late all the time. I was raised by people that drank, and it was a crazy life and very hard. Lots of things happen and that kind of, Belva. So we're going to get into all of this about sobriety and sanity. So what I was saying to you is sometimes I run late with things, and that's a character defect. And we all develop different character defects as a coping skill, growing up wherever we grew up. And so tonight I'm going to try to stay on time and finish on time, but I'm here to do whatever I'm called to do. So Shirley from North Carolina, I say hello back to you. Tonight is about staying sober and sane. Samantha is an addict from Lafayette, Georgia. Hi, Samantha. And you're in recovery. Tell me how long you've been sober, or if you're not, and if you need help, you can always reach out to Harmony. And Harmony Heals Detox and Rehab is the company that I own and I'm very proud of. And our 800 number is 800-426-5943. And hopefully Kelly, who's my social media guy, is watching. He'll log that and write that up on the comments so you guys can see. Burr, we had a winter storm. You got snow. You got snow in Texas, I heard. Hello. It's cold everywhere. Venice and Jesse and Samantha, yeah, you guys, it's warm here. It's hot. It's really hot. I could use a little bit of your weather over here, and a little bit of rain would be amazing. So listen, sane and sober. So check it out. I added to the live, I didn't want to just say how to stay sober. I wanted to say how to stay sane, because a lot of you are sober and have been sober for a long time and are not going to struggle with that. A lot of you are codependents like me, or just people out there living life that have issues and you don't identify in any way with any of this. But you're called to watch it because there's some healing and some help here for you, I hope. So one of the ways to stay sane during the holiday is to figure out what your intention is. What is it that you want for the holidays? And I'm not talking about the presents under the trees. How do you want to live through the holidays? What is it that's special and important to you, that stands out, that you want to cherish? If that's your sobriety, then your sobriety comes before any Christmas parties and commitments and gift exchange, white elephant, dark elephant, whatever, you know, all those elephant gift exchanges that people do. I don't know. I keep waiting. My mom, oh my God, she's notorious for giving the craziest gifts ever. And she don't know nothing about Facebook and isn't watching, so I'm going to call her out. And one day my brother's going to be watching this, and he's going to laugh, and he's going to agree with me. Hi, hello, Roseanne and Mitchell, living in peace since 2009. Beautiful. I really need this. Started seeing my family's party going strong right now. Everyone's drinking. Oh, God. Hell yeah. I just talked about this to some clients. But anyways, whatever you do during the holidays, what's your intention? If sobriety is your intention and sanity is your intention, you may not need to be around your family. Look, y'all, we all come from different backgrounds and stuff, but we know when we're getting it right and we know when we're getting it wrong. And when you're living clean and sober, or you're just living a mindful, peaceful, meditative, healthy life, and you're a normie, quote unquote, or a codependent like myself, you don't want to be around crazy people during the holidays. And if you go to a holiday function and their intention is to drink, you got to consider, how healthy is this environment to me? It's okay for people who are not afflicted with addiction, that have a glass of wine with their dinner and they're done. But the drinking that goes on, and the attitudes change and the personalities change and the volumes go up and the insanity in the house goes up, y'all know they have a problem too. Just because maybe they're not willing to admit it doesn't mean that they don't have a problem with alcohol. And you don't need to be around that environment, because what's spiritual about that? What's loving about that? If you can't engage and talk with your family and friends because they're too intoxicated and they're cracking jokes that you don't get because they're actually not funny, what's the point? You don't need to be in that. Hey, what up, girlfriend? Rhonda and Renee from North Carolina, and Cindy. My intention is to have a place of mind within myself that I don't have to be everywhere for everyone. Amen, sister. Sarah, amen. And Jesse, well, I live here, but it's all good. This has brought me back to my senses. Okay, that's awesome, Jesse. So what's your intention for the holidays? Well, my intention this year is to try to have peace. And oh my gosh, I've got all kinds of craziness going around me. I've got a mother-in-law who moved in who is incredibly unhappy and kind of resentful and angry and wants to take that out on everyone that's around her. And she's in my house, so I'm a target. And not only that is, I've got kids that I'm still raising, and they're having their challenges and going through things. And I have a mother, and my dad died last year, so I have a widowed mother who is amazing and independent and strong, but has emotional needs too. I'm the last of her family. She has no other living relatives here in her life other than my generation, all my cousins. She has no one her age. So just think about it. Where do I need to be and what needs to be important for me, and how do I keep my sanity when I'm being pulled in so many places? A lot of you are the matriarchs of your family or the patriarchs of your family, or you're the sober person that's the glue that's holding the family together, right? Tell me a little bit about that. Rhonda Miller from Oak Hill, Ohio. I don't like drinking or drug. Good for you, Rhonda. I'm glad you don't like it, and so you don't got to start, and you don't got to struggle, and you don't got to be around it. So those, who are watching who are recovering addicts and alcoholics, it's a challenge, and they live with the affliction, and they deal with it, and in their sobriety, they can see clear as day. Clear skies, blue skies, and they have no desire, and they don't want to be around it either. And so you got to set boundaries for yourself. So the first thing I'm saying to stay sane and to stay sober is have the intention of what you want. If your intention is to have a peaceful, loving, joyous holiday where you feel spiritual, you feel connected to God, you feel connected to people that you love around you, and you're filling your heart with good things, and you don't give a care about what presents you get, buy, how many things are in the stocking, and how many things are under the tree. Texas here, all about Jesus. Sissy, Rhonda, amen. Yeah, then if that's your intention, then those things are not going to be your focus. You can get your little shopping done and do your Christmas cards or whatever, but in the scheme of things, what's going to matter? Is the present going to matter that you bought for your kid or your friend or your mom or your coworker or the postman? Or is what going to matter that you feel healthy, that you feel spiritually well, that you're full of joy, that you spread joy? Listen, you don't got to buy gifts to spread joy. All day, every day, walking around up right now, I'm saying hi to people and just saying, hey, how are you? How's your day? That's a cool shirt. Those are fun shoes. I love your hair. What simple things, people I don't know. And you know what? Right away, you see their face brighten up and smile, because people like to be seen, to be heard, to be validated, right? So it's kind of like what I'm doing with you guys here. So Don't think about what I need to get done and the decorations. Check it out. My tree is still getting decorated. It's not done yet because I'm doing it one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. When I have other priorities, I don't go over there and go, oh my God, and stress myself out. I did that for years. And you guys got to understand that the disease of addiction and the disease of codependency has a lot of perfectionism in it, right? You guys hear me on that one? You got that right on. Renee says, yeah, so, you know, you want to get it right. You want to look good. You want validation. A lot of times we're doing all this big stuff because we want validation. Maybe we weren't given that growing up. And maybe we're not getting that in our relationship with our family and with our friends. You know, maybe we're lacking being seen and being heard. So we want to put the best lights and the best dinner and the best everything, hoping somebody will go, my God, you're great. My God, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And how often does that really happen? Right, Anna? Big time. How often, right? So we have to give that love and care to ourselves and say, you know what? I don't have to go all out. I have to do what feels right to me and feels my soul. And the people around me, if I'm in joy, they'll feel joy too, right? Good advice. What a lovely lady you are. You're helping somebody. Thanks, Barbara. Thank you for saying that. I say that to you too. You're a lovely lady too. Summer Million, very true. She is right. If you don't feel right, stay away. My son is having the 21st birthday party at a bar, invited me, but I can't go. I just don't feel right about it. I will see him the next day. Beautiful. Beautiful, Mitchell. Yeah, hang out with him. Hi, Mitchell. I remember you. You reached out to me. And Renee Sparks, never. And you're commenting about something we've already talked about above, I'm guessing. New to you and your page, I have a feeling that your live video appeared out of nowhere on my Facebook wall for a reason. Need some wisdom right now, listening intently. Thank you, Lucan. And Joseph, you go, girl. You're awesome. You're awesome too, Joseph. I love you guys staying connected and telling me what you're getting out of it and going, stay away from the insanity, stay away from the crazy family, stay away from the drunk family, stay away from the angry, resentful family who's having the holiday together, but nobody likes each other and they're just all sitting there pretending. Do you ever have that? My God, I cannot tell you. What that's like nails on a chalkboard for me now at this stage of my life. The pretending thing is done. You don't have time in this life to sit around and pretend to feed yourself, to feel good about people that you don't feel good about. And it makes you feel isolated and it makes you feel alone. When you go to the holidays, wish you have closed captions for deaf people. Thank you, Deja. And I will talk to my social media person to see how that works because I would love to make that happen. And thank you for pointing that out. Corinne, new to your page, just checking out. Please check it out. And Kelly's hearing me, so he's going to get on that live closed captions. Thank you, Corinne. We're talking about staying sane and sober. Stay away from the drama. I'm just giving advice and suggestions. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm still in practice, been in practice 31 years, loving it. I'm in recovery for codependency, depression, and cancer. I always want to qualify myself so you're real clear. And thank you, Renee, for all these new people coming to the page. I hope that you know that you can reach out to me. You can send messages here. You can message me after the live. I'm pretty good about getting back. It might take me a minute. It might take me up to a week sometimes to catch up, but I'm on it. Alina Chavez, from my family member who isn't ready to quit the drugs and drinking, I won't be an enabler. No. You can love from a distance, and if you go to Al-Anon and look up Al-Anon meetings in your area or on live and on online, you can get to meetings for Al-Anon, and it teaches you to detach with love, right? So I get this question all the time. Can you save someone? Can you, what do you do to get somebody to stop? You can't. You can't. Family isn't always blood. Toxic people are toxic no matter what. Good, sober friends can be better than family at these times. Summer, you're absolutely right. So, family of choice. Family is the people that are in your heart, the people that show up for you when times are tough, that love you through anything, that respect you, that see you, that validate you, that encourage you, that lift you up. And sometimes that's not your blood. Sometimes that is your friends, and oftentimes it's only your friends. And so they're your family of choice, and that's okay, I think about, if you think about, biblically or in any religion too, if you think about theology about the leaders and the messengers and the messiahs and who they were drawn to. They went to the poor and they went to the people on the streets, and then in every town and in every city they created a family, and a family of love. And that wasn't their blood family, but they opened their hearts to and believed in the healing power of loving other human beings, right? And so they went with their message to share to the world about loving people as thyself, love your neighbor as thyself. So that's our job too. And so if that isn't family, that's okay. That's totally okay. Thank you, Alina. I'm glad that you love the advice. My son has no hope left. Joanne, there is always hope. You hold on to the hope for him. And I always tell my clients, I'll hold the hope card until you can hold it for yourself. And if his destiny is not to be sober and he never chooses that for himself, you believe for him that he'll have healing in some way or some form through his lifetime. And I'm so sorry, because I know and I can imagine the pain of losing a son to this disease. But there is always hope. I've seen people get sober. It's just not when we want them to, but very late in life when you think it's all over, and they still choose that, because miracles can happen every day. And it's up to us, the people that believe, to believe for them, because they're not believing. So someone has to hold that wish and that belief for them. What about saving a teen? My son is a senior in high school. So, oh my gosh, that's a really scary time. And that's when addiction really flies. So we don't treat teens, but I'm going to give you the number of our detox, harmonyhealsdetox.com. I know of many programs that help with teens and adolescents. Hazelden is #1 across the country, and they will work with teens. We're in California. I know some programs here that we could recommend. Our number is 800-426-5943. The first thing is to have dialogue and work with a teen and be open to them. We are available 7 days a week through the holidays. We take people into our detox 24/7, so you don't have to admit at a certain time, or you don't have to wait till after the weekend, which a lot of programs don't admit during the weekend, but we do. But we don't take teens. However, I have a high school daughter right now, and my son graduated, and I got him through high school. Open dialogue and conversation about using alcohol or drugs. We do drug screens at home, and there were boundaries around what we will and won't tolerate. And because they're underage, you still have some power and authority to place them in a program. You can work with an interventionist to come in and to educate your teen about the dangers of using substances. They may or may not be an addict yet. They may be experimenting, and it may be a phase they get through and by the grace of God never become addicted, but they may have the predisposition genetically if it's in your family. And they also just may have the obsession. So you educate them, you get them to a counselor right away. Counselors are amazing to talk to teens and start to reach them about what is safe, what isn't safe, and what are you doing? What are you hiding, and what are you masking with the drugs? And with teens, we're always looking at socially, they're just trying to fit in. They want to be a part of, or they're already lost, they don't feel good enough, they're not doing well in school, or they don't care about school. I've had my fair share with that with my children. It's not their thing. And so sometimes they'll go in this direction to just try to fill a hole. So as soon as you can get them counseling and help, and you set boundaries around your house, it's not going to be tolerated in our home, and drug screens and support. Summer is right. Friends are sometimes better than family. Amen. I've had the greatest friends in my life show up for me in ways that I can't tell you. And I have to say that when my cancer came, there's members of my family who were amazing. Absolutely. I won't give me credit, but my friends were here on a daily. My friends were the ones who came and brought me dinner every night, who called me, who walked me and took me out for the first time when I got up after post-surgery to go take a hike. They checked in on me. They were the ones who brought me flowers and brought me that, what is that shampoo? Dry shampoo, because I couldn't wash my hair or lift my arms. Yeah, I'm with you, sister. Hi, Cameron. I saw you. So good to see you. Dude, where are you? I haven't seen you in a long time. You need to catch up with me. And your mom's amazing. She sends me love all the time. I'm just like, she's been incredible supporting me. So, I just got to give her a shout out too. I love you big time, Cam. I think about you all the time, and you can't imagine how happy I am for you. in your life, in your new life, and doing so well. You can shout out to people here and tell them your story or where you've been or what you've done. I'm not going to do that, but that's what this is all about. What can you tell for a person that grieves and misses his parents so much? Oh my gosh. Rowland, love watching these. We will hang out. Say, thanks, Cam. I like that you're watching. That makes my heart smile. Hi, Mitra. Myrta, Rowland. Listen, I lost my dad last year. He was my person. He was my person in life. He's the one I went to that always made me smile, that as soon as I talk about makes me cry, that he's not here with me. I like your nice eyes. Heidelberg Massacot, thank you. These are my dad. Like, that's creepy, but my dad, I look exactly like him, and somebody commented I kind of look like a man, and I can see that, and I'm not going to trip, and I'm not going to be offended because I really don't care at this stage of my life how you see me or view me, but I have his facial structure. It's kind of freaking me out as I get older. But he had these amazing, stunning blue eyes, and mine, I got the green eyes. So, Roland, as I'm talking about my dad, that makes me so full of joy that even though it's sad to talk about him, to see his eyes and my eyes and to see his jawline and his damn wrinkles on my face exactly the way he is, and the way my hair is receding back the way his is, I have to tell you, he's right here with me. I want him here and next to me, but God had bigger plans for him, and it was his time, and he lived a life well lived. Choose your death. Go to the end of your life and choose it the way you choose life. Live it to the very fullest, to the very end. So in that moment in time, you surrender and you're filled with love and joy, and it won't be a frightening thing. And I got to watch that with my dad. Your dad is with you all the time. He's always here. And Roland, how you let go is by celebrating them, by talking about them, by crying about them. Because when you cry, you're just expressing how much love you have in your heart for them. When you love someone so much, of course you're going to cry, and of course you're going to grieve, and that grieving's going to last a long time. But that also fades, and what stays are the memories of joy. So hang on to the good that you had and talk about them and share the story. You know, sometimes what I'm going to do is going to do it for you guys because I'm almost done here. My dad, he's a Cuban, and like Ricky, Ricardo, some of you kids are too young to know about him, but he was a Cuban guy and very popular TV because he got married to Lucy, from the I Love Lucy show. And so, sometimes I do this accent, and then it's like my dad is in the room with me, and now you guys get to meet him because he was a very cool guy. He nicknamed himself Flamboyant, which because he was very colorful and very loud. And he also called himself a Cuban cowboy. So, celebrate, tell the jokes about the silly, ridiculous things that your parents used to say and the boundaries that they used to set or not set. Great program. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Love you. Thank you. I'll tell my hairdresser you love my hair color. It's all him. And I'm used to the red now. It's really all gray, but now I'm red, and I'm going to stay this way. So celebrate the people that you love during the holidays, and when they're not here, save them a place at the table, talk about them, toast them, cheers. We tell stories about my dad like he's sitting right there with us. So we have to let go. Life is all about letting go. Staying sober is about letting go and letting God. It's about getting on your knees. It's about surrendering. Staying sane is the same thing. Not filling yourself up with chaos and craziness and how much money I got to spend and I have no money to spend and my kids expect all this. Teach your children about what matters. Make them a little cup of cocoa and watch a favorite Christmas movie with them that doesn't cost you anything. Or take them outside and build a snowman. Or if you're in the heat that we're in, take them for a walk or a bike ride, or take them to the beach. Tell them stories about your childhood. You can fill your heart up, your kids' hearts up, your lives up without spending money, you guys. without making it a material Christmas, okay? You can make it a spiritual Christmas. And it's great to get presents. We're all kids at heart and we all want nice things, but sometimes we can't afford them. Or sometimes we're in a phase in our life where we're really struggling, and our kids need to know that what matters is love. What matters is how we take care of each other, how we respect each other, how we speak to each other, and how we hold each other close. So sobriety is one day at a time, 1 minute at a time. It's willingness and surrendering and getting on your knees. And it is about keeping a peaceful environment around you, not being around in crazy insanity, drunk, drinking, using, thieving, lying, stealing people. You have to separate from them. There may be a time that you can respect, Mary. There may be a time that you can re-engage, but now is not the time, then it's not the time. I want to read something to you all. Where are you? I missed that part where it's so hot. I'm in California. Yeah, I'm in California in South Orange County, Laguna Hills, and Laguna Beach. My detox is Harmony Heals Detox and Rehab. My outpatient is Harmony Heals. I've had that since 1994. Our 800 number is 426-5943. You can call anytime, 24/7. You can messenger us, send message on the website, on Ask Gina, on my own page. I'll do my best to get back to you and have my admissions people talk to you. And you may have a question that has nothing to do with recovery or sobriety, okay? Vanessa, you got to tell me how to pronounce your name, Good Night, because Good Night, that is an awesome name. My mom took her journey in August. She is a trip. Miss her in large and small waves. She was not perfect, but she was perfectly adorable in many ways. And that's what you hold on to, and that's what you celebrate. Keep the best parts of your parents, not the worst. And by the way, marry the best parts of your parents, not the worst. Nebraska is freaking cold summer. So someday I hope you come out here and you'll feel what we feel. But I tell you, it gets old, and it's not fun to not have a change in season, but it is a lot easier to deal with in life. I'm going to read something to you guys. We're coming to the end of the live. Please tell me what you want to talk about. Tell me about you. Tell me about topics you want to hear about that might help you to live in your recovery, or if you're a person in relationships that you're struggling with, or friendships or family, your work, whatever it is that's calling to you and on your heart to talk about, send me those topics because I'd love to do that for you. So hold on to what is good, even if it is a handful of earth. Hold on to what you believe, even if it is a tree that stands by itself. Hold on to what you must do, even if it is a long way from here. I'm thinking about my friend Becky saying that right now. Hold on to life, even if it is easier to let go. And hold on to my hand, even if I have gone away from you. This is a Pueblo blessing, Native American blessing. This is one of the books that I read. It's Prayers for Healing, 365 Days. This is another way to stay sober. Every morning, you see how they're earmarked. Real is better than perfect by one of my mentors. Prayer for Compassion, another colleague in the field, Terry Egan, who I have mad love for. Mindfulness Day by Day. Hazelden has tons of books on this. Get up in the morning, read something that fills your heart, 2 minutes at a time. It doesn't have to be a big, huge book. Unbinding the Heart by Agape Stassinopoulos. And read things that fill you up in the morning and start your day like that with the intention of how am I going to get through this day? How am I going to get through these holidays? And don't worry about what other people doing or expecting or wanting or needing from you. Keep filling yourself up with things that are good, whether that's your meetings, your program, your church, your meditation, your yoga, your exercise like it is for me. Fill yourself up first and everything else will come. Was out there in Carlsbad, beautiful. Love Cali. Thank you. Do you have any rehab on the addiction of eating disorders? I do not, but if you call us, I will connect you. And a very dear friend of mine is a CEO of a facility that works with eating disorders up in LA, and I know people back east. We can connect you, so call us with that particular addiction. Hi, Mary Wilson. It was good to see you today. I'm sorry we didn't get more time. Luke and I admire your positivity, Gina. Any advice on the subject of substituting one addiction for one you managed to kick? Thank you. Can we talk about that? That's a good live. I can do that next. Mitchell, Gina, do you have a book out? Mitchell, Thank you for asking that. So I keep being told over and over again, do you have a book? And you should write a book. So why don't y'all pray for me and put out there in the universe that I find a way to get that into my life and my world. I've been speaking, educating and public speaking for 30 years. And if I would have wrote down everything I ever said, I probably would have had a bunch of books by now. It is on my intention for the new year. And God willing, I will do that. Cheryl, my goddaughter OD'd. My son was a pallbearer. Oh, God, honey, I'm so sorry. She was a month younger than him. As soon as we got home, he took himself to rehab. Oh, my God. That's a miracle. Thank you for sharing that, Cheryl. Cheryl, sometimes we have to lose someone. It's so horrible. This disease is so horrible. But sometimes when we lose someone, that's the wake up. That's the wake up moment for someone. That's their final, that's their last. I can't do this again. I can't watch another loved one die, and I don't want to die. And so everyone send your love and kind and prayers and thoughts and good intentions to Cheryl and her son, because it's the willingness that gets us here. Thank you, Mitchell, for praying for the book and that it will happen, and praying for Cheryl too. I know you are. But Cheryl, miracles happen every day. I have friends with 41 years of sobriety, family with 30 years of sobriety, and friends that got sober at 16 when you would think nobody could possibly get sober. So it's always possible. So you keep putting that out there and be as supportive as you can, and send him big love from all of us too here at Harmony, and you should be super proud of him. That's awesome. So I send my love back to you guys at 6:35. Please send me your suggestions for more topics in live. I'm going to keep doing this as a public service until I am called to do something different, but for right now, this is it. I'm going to accept your intentions about me doing a book. I know that has to happen. It's part of my journey and the vision of the future for why I'm doing this. So why not, right? This is kind of like writing a book right here. So I love your feedback and the time that you give me. I hope you're enjoying the time that we have together. I really want to do what I can to be of service. That's it. This helps me to stay sane through the holidays. And so I thank you all for that. And I wish you the very, very best, and love and light and healing for all of you and all of your families. Stay where you're wanted, and don't stay where you're not welcome. You're welcome, Lynn. I'm glad to do. I'm really overjoyed to be doing this. I never expected it to be so well received, and so it really warms my heart. So please, during the holidays, don't go where you're not wanted. Don't force yourself to fit in a chair that doesn't fit you and a family that doesn't work for you. Be around people that love you and support you wherever they are. If that's in a meeting or at church or your neighbor's house, your local community center, or even at your gym, please just go there and fill yourself with love and joy, and then you have that to spread to all the people around you. Don't stay where you feel miserable or resentful. It will never work for you. And the holiday isn't about, I have to be with my family. The holiday is about giving and receiving love and being present and being joyful and being grateful. That's what it's really about, and giving back and accepting love and guidance from a power greater than ourselves. Mary, how about dealing with a child whose absent parent is actively using? That's a long one. It's not going to be an easy one for me to answer. What I can say to you is that your child, you empower that child, you love that child, you be present for that child. Every child and every human on this planet, as long as we have one person in our life that we know absolutely loves us, without a doubt, no matter what, can get through anything. We don't have to have two intact parents, and families look all kinds of different ways. And sometimes the love doesn't even come from our parent. It comes from a grandparent that raised us, or a neighbor, or a nanny, or a caregiver, a babysitter, or a teacher. So as long as we know there's one person in this life that has shown us complete and utter unconditional love, we can get through anything. And children need to be educated, just like adults do, about the disease of addiction so that they don't personalize. This is not about you and that they don't love you. This is about them not being well and having a disease that's controlling their mind and doesn't allow them to be here for you, okay? Seek books about talking to kids about addiction and recovery, Al-Anon groups, there's Al-Taught, there's Al-Teen, there's ways to get support for your child, okay? And Mitchell, I wish there would have been someone like you out there when I first got sober. It would have made my first life. Thank you. You and my buddy Cameron up there could probably talk. Cameron Thompson, go like him up there and talk to him. So about being present. Well, I'm here now, and there's a reason for that, right? And so we're connected now for this part of your journey, and there must be a reason and a purpose for that. And I'm so grateful that it's helping you and all of you who are listening and watching. I send you my love and my blessings. I will see you guys, and a big hug. I'll see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard here at Harmony Hills Detox and Rehab, or Ask Gina. Bless you all. Have a good night. Much love to you.